Hi, I'm an old guy and I do maths. Today we're going to try and find the inverse of this function here. Now the process for finding the inverse of a function is very simply stated. We swap x for y, and then in order to get our function back into the shape in which it was presented to us, we rearrange the new function so that we get y equals something. So, first step, x is equal to -2 y minus 1 to the power of 1/3 plus 4. That's our first step. And what's going to happen now is I'm going to gradually peel away everything on this side of the equation until I get y on its own. So, here goes. X minus 4 is equal to -2 y minus 1 to the power of 1/3. Okay, what's the next thing I do? Well, I can't work inside the bracket yet. That's an index. This is multiplying, so I'm going to move the -2. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide this side by -2 and remove that. Or, to put it another way, I'm going to divide both sides by -2, which has the effect of getting rid of this and giving us this. Now, just bear with me. I'm going to move this to the left and this to the right, just so that it's in a form in which I like to work with. I'm not changing anything. Please don't think that. Okay, so I've moved that over here and that over here. And so now we're working with y on this side of the equation. What's the next thing we do? Well, we have to do something about this. And if we are finding the third root of this, which by the way is what 1/3 is as a power, that is the third root of this, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to raise both sides to the power of 3. Now, what that has the effect of doing is if I multiply this by the power of 3 and raise this to the power of 3, this becomes the power of 1, which gives us this. And this thing over here is now x minus 4 over -2 to the power of 3. And we can tidy this up almost immediately. X minus 4 over -2 to the power of 3 plus 1. Now, I think that that's a good answer to look at. It's not the final answer because I can do some tidying up in here, but if you look at this, you can see how everything has moved and been changed from what we started out with up here. So that's nice and clear. Now what I am going to do is I'm going to tidy this up and therefore tidy up the whole equation. So y is equal to 1, that's that. Now this is x minus 4 to the power of 3, and -2 to the power of 3 is -8. So I can write this as this. I can do some further tidying up. And I hope you can see how I reached this answer. Anyway, that is the inverse of this function up here. This thing, if you were to graph it, it would look like a cubic on its side. It would go across the page rather than up and down the page. And this indeed is a cubic. I hope that this was useful and you found it interesting. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.